If I had all the money in the world, is it bad that my first thought is I would just move to Disney World? I would just live there. So I have so many things that I would want to do if I had all the money in the world. Of course, as everybody else do, because we all have things that we want to do, but we just don't have the money for it. But of course, first of all, I would focus so much on charity. I would do so many things. But let's talk about the fun things, the things that I want for myself, because I'm selfish. So I actually have 2 dream jobs, projects, things that I would love to do if I had a lot of money, because it would make it a lot easier. The first one would be to start my own pancake house. When I lived in the US, I totally fell in love with IHOP. Every time I went there, I was like a kid on Christmas. I really love pancakes and just the environment at there. I'd never been to a pancake house before I came there, because we didn't have those in Norway. And I was just thinking, like, every time, like, International House of Pancakes, there is no reason I couldn't take an IHOP and place it in Norway and it would be amazing. I always say that if everything else fails in my life, I'm just gonna get a pancake house and live happily ever after with that. The other thing that I would really love to do is to start up my own magazine. That would be so much fun. As I mentioned before, my dream is to work with writing. So having my own magazine would be amazing, because if I had all the money in the world and I could just make a magazine for girls like me that are kind of crazy and nerdy and foodies and just dreamers, I would definitely have it be about lifestyle and food, but also about pop culture, movies, games, nerdy things, and also I would have it be about clothes for a bit. I think that magazine would be just perfectly put together to be able to do exactly what you want. I keep getting hiccups, it's crazy. Every time I turn on that camera, those hiccups are coming. Just imagine being able to do exactly what you want and not having to worry about whether you make money from it or not, which is wonderful. I would have this big awesome house. First of all, I would have several bookcases that would just spin around into another room, and you have the secret room behind it, because you just can't be rich without having that. So I would have some things that you probably would consider boring. I would have a room for working out, because I do not like to go to the gym and work out with other people. Then I would have an office slash room for writing, and not very surprisingly, I would have a library, preferably the size that Belle has in Beauty and the Beast. You know, the library that Beast gives to Belle. That would be so amazing, because I could have that sliding ladder thing. And I would have a studio where I could keep my video equipment. Also, I could have that white background and it could actually look really professional, even though you look very professional, Eeyore. Fun fact, I need to tell you guys this. Did you know that Eeyore has his name because that's the sound that donkeys make? You know, Eeyore. Eeyore! I can't. The most important thing of all, I would have a room with a ball pit. Because just imagine being able to invite your friends over and hide in the ball pit and just go bazinga! It would be so awesome. I would have a awesome swimming pool, because I would love to just be able to take a swim in my own house every day. And also you would have these crazy water slides, because why would you have a pool if you don't have these crazy water slides? I would love to have a cinema. Not like a really big cinema, but just like a small one for my family and friends. And we would have these super comfy chairs, and we would have freaking armrests, and not having to share this tiny armrest with this weird stranger next to us. Right, that would be wonderful. And I would have an arcade room just for the fun of it, because I really love arcades. I would have so many different games like Pac-Man and bowling and dancing, probably shooting games, definitely shooting games, drivers games, both cars and motorcycle, because that was really cool when you get to sit on a motorcycle and you're just steering like that. I would have air hockey, because that's really fun, and that's just some examples. And also monkey ball, you really need to have that. You're just rolling a ball to move, and it's just the cutest game ever. You need to have that if you're building an arcade for your own house. So the last room for my house, I'm sorry about this taking so long. I would have a skate park room. It would be so cool to have a skate park. I would also have several slides in my house, because it would be so cool. Like just slide down to another room or whatever. And I think this is the last thing for my house. I would have freaking hammock couches. It would be so cool. Just chill in a hammock and you're watching TV, you know? It would be so amazing. So, last but not least, out in my yard, I would have this little house out there for my kids to play in, and it would be a Moomin house. It's an amazing children TV show thing that I used to watch when I was little. It made my childhood, and their houses are just amazing. How crazy wouldn't that be? Alright, so tell me what you would do if you had all the money in the world. Leave a comment below. If you like my video, please give me a thumbs up, and also subscribe my channel, and you'll see my videos first! I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye! If you've been watching my videos for a while, you probably know that in 2012 I moved to Florida to work at Walt Disney World. But now, as I'm moving abroad again, there are some things that I'm gonna do differently because